Yo, what's up? Just ran back from my gym day to make this video. Think, uh, I think what I'm gonna do is I'm going to just kind of like talk over the training footage and then link the training footage in the description when I upload the video. So we're gonna actually make this smaller. I'm just gonna talk about my training. So, so far I think that things have been going pretty good. I think there are some things that have been long-standing issues or, habitually recurring issues that are coming a little bit back up. Most notably because I intended to put this video up yesterday, but I got sidetracked making dinner. Um, so the first thing we can start with squat. I think that I'm just like dive bombing, as you can kind of see by those sets right there, and then my camera fell over. Just like I think I'm dive bombing a little bit, and I put a note in my training where I was asking, should I be using my hips to pull myself down into the lift? I think is what you said. Um, yeah, yeah, I said that was. Oh shit, I forgot. The main reason I need to do this is because my stuff's all out of order. Yes, this is. One sec. I need to make sure it's in the right order. Yeah, this is in the right order. It's A. It's A to C, I think. Anyway. Yeah, that's 460. Yeah, this all makes sense. Okay, sorry about that. I need to you saying I need to pull my hips down into, or pull my hips to pull me down into the hole in the squat. I'm kind of having a hard time visualizing that, so I think I just kind of need to play around during my squat sets. I've been kind of rushing home because the past week, week 39, my girlfriend had been working till about 8 o'clock every day, so I had to come home from work, take care of my dog, get to the gym late, and then come home and make dinner, and then it'd be like 9:30 by that time, and you know how it is. Kind of a rough week schedule wise, but I got the days in. Um, so bench, my issue I think is that it's the same issue as always. I feel like sometimes like my shoulders, like that's bump. That's not bump. My shoulders like right in here, the forward facing delt. Like carries some of the stabilization weight on the way down as opposed to my back. I've also been getting some sort of like a tinge when I like go super aggressive on the arc in like the SI area still. Only on bench though, not on squat and deadlift, which is really weird. Uh, but yeah, I feel like I carry too much of the descent weight in my shoulders and not necessarily enough in the main movers of my chest and my back. Um, One of the analogies I've been using a lot at work because we're solving a lot of systemic problems is you're chasing a cord in a tangle. It's like half the fucking battle is finding out where the at least when I was starting lifting was half the battle was finding out where the tangle even starts, and the other half, the like 10% of it is just like looping it through all the different problems that you have. And then deadlift, no real issue. I'm just like kind of believing that I'm sandbagging. Like I genuinely think that like the RPEs are more mental and physical. I think like if I just told someone to load up the weight on the bar, don't even tell me, like just put weights on the bar. And I got up there and lifted it, I don't think it would be that bad. I think I could probably PR easy if that was the case. It's just like the lift doesn't feel so stupid hard anymore that it feels like I could just kind of like throw it around. Like you saw my bench stuff from today, or my deadlift stuff from today. I was like stoked at how fast the deadlift came up, and then I like brought it down and like benched it into the ground. It was kind of bad. I felt a little bad. I didn't really mean to bench it. I was just like, fuck yeah, and like I started to come down with it, and it accelerated way too fast. That's 455, making sure we're right on track still. Or no, that's. Oh no, that might be 430. Or was that yesterday? 455 double. If there's only a single here, then this is Mondays. Yeah, I think that was Monday. Yeah, so. Oh no, that was my single on squat C. And then this is my. I did my tempo down sets on my squat day and my actual heavy bench on, or I would have done it on my deadlift day, but I also had my girlfriend's family coming to town this weekend, so I unfortunately missed my Saturday day. That wasn't sarcastic. I think the part of the reason that deadlift flew so well today was that rest that I had. Yeah, so this is Monday. So this is week 40 squat A and bench A. I told you I'm just going to start giving them to you as they come. So my next video will probably be like bench B, deadlift A, all the way up until week 41, day 1. So on this one, this was another training question that I had to ask you. So I could have hit this lift for a second rep. Wouldn't have been a good second rep, but I could have done it. The double would have been a 9. Would have made it a 9. Do I take the rep, or do I rack it and take a sub 7, or not sub 7, but like a 7 rep, a 7 at 455. I thought it would be a lot stronger coming off of the fatigue. I warmed up a whole bunch. Guess it really wasn't. The squat sets on this day, the down sets, felt pretty good, keeping myself to like pull myself into the hole a little bit. But that's one of those things where sometimes stuff feels good, but it might not technically be right. This was a crazy good set. I don't know what happened between yesterday and today. But yeah, just gonna let this one roll because we're already here. You know, if I didn't have a whole lot to say, I would have just let the training footage roll. Dude's crazy. He only works out on the Smith machine. It's weird. But yeah, I don't really have a whole lot to complain or talk about. I listed my issues that I really have. Ways we can work on it. I guess we get to also talk about accessories. And I think it's just I wanted this section to be like a stream of consciousness type thing. We're gonna put on another video in the back, or we're gonna put on the video again in the background. So like accessories, I think that like I know you say you don't program me shoulder workouts because my shoulders are a problem area, but I think that my shoulders are actually one of my strong suits in my lift or on my body. I think I have like pretty strong shoulders aside from that shoulder issue that I had. I think a majority of the time when I'm like, oh, my shoulder's giving me problems, it's the stabilizing muscles or whatever the hell it is. This is kind of me just spouting bro science. In like my shoulder like are weaker than they should be for the weight. I kind of think it might be worth taking some experimentation into whether or not my like adding some shoulder workout or shoulder stuff is in there would be good. So like I've been doing face pulls because I know you've done those or told me to do those. Did T-bar row on Monday as well because I kind of like. I think I saw it in one of Bryce's videos where he said like having a straight bar and doing rows like this is really good for practicing bench, like using your back in the bench or something like that. I don't know, made sense. But then again, a lot of bro science also makes sense, and I kind of trust Bryce's videos over a very large majority of the rest of powerlifting YouTube. Mainly, I only really watch JTS and Bryce, or I used to watch a lot of Bryce, but I don't watch Bryce that much anymore. I don't even really watch JTS anymore. I don't really watch YouTube. A lot of my stuff now is like, oh, didn't mean to do that. A lot of my stuff now is like, god damn, is like speed runs and stuff. I've been getting really into platformers. That's been what I've been doing to, cool off, calm down. Work's getting a little hectic too. It's weird. It's like a lot more responsibility. I'm like a really like normally anxious person sometimes. So like um having like having more responsibility and stuff on my plate really like can sometimes mentally overwhelm me. Like I can handle a large amount of tasks, but if I feel slightly anxious, it goes to shit even if I only have two. Sometimes I just get like this really, really bad anxiety about stuff. The I said this was gonna be stream of consciousness, but I always think of like forks. This is another thing that would cause me anxiety. Like it could not even be work related. Just be like I'll be talking about something, forget something, and the entire time I'm having this conversation during this video in my head, I'll like stress and worry about it, and yeah, welcome to my mind. Other accessories I think I've been would be good. I've been doubling up on my hip stuff, like the hip circle, like walking. Yeah, these numbers. The band keeps coming up and like riding up, and so now it gets like halfway up my quads, and it looks like I'm trying to like show off my junk as I'm walking, because like I'm showing my hips out, and like the band is like making my pants ride up, and it's like very uncomfortable to do like to bring the knees up when like I'm walking. So I do that, but I just swallow my pride, and I also do my normal like draw a circle on the ground step, draw a circle on the ground step, draw a circle on the ground step, circle on the ground step, circle on the ground, and walk back and forth. So I've been doubling up on that. There's like some other equipment at this gym that I don't know if I told you about. Like I got a safety bar. I got one of those really fat bars that's like really hard to hold on to, helps with your grip or whatever. We got one of those. I don't know when the last time you've been to a pleb, a commercial gym is, or like even a gym, but you know like those hip thrusters where like the girl who obviously has 3 ass days that week, like no problem to her. Do what you want. It's your body. But like, where like the girl who like, or the guy, the person, like walks up and takes up a majority of like takes up a whole bar, like 2 squat or 2 like mats, and like one of the pussy pads for squats, and like humps God like with putting their shoulder against a bench and like bah bah. You can't see the loads, probably for a good thing, because my video get demonetized and my channel get destroyed. Not that I have anything on here besides videos for you. But yeah, I thought about doing those, and then I was like, well, it's glutes. Glutes isn't my problem. It's really just hips. I think my hips, and at least where it stands in my mind, and you can come back and tell me I'm an idiot, and I'm ready for that criticism. Kind of part of the reason I pay you. Also part of the reason why I'm like big science guy, and why I think I'm a little bit smart, is because I'm willing to accept that I don't know things and other people know better than me. So yeah, hips and shoulders are 2 areas I'm wondering if they are worth work on. Yeah, this video is getting kind of long. I really wish that OBS. Here, let me just show you. I really wish that OBS would have like. Would have something like down here, like down in here. In here. That told me how long my video was, but it doesn't. yeah. So I'm gonna end the video there. Training week's feeling pretty good. I'm gonna sign up for the meet on Friday. Just waiting for a paycheck. Mainly just waiting for my credit card bill to restart. I bought a lot of shit this month, and you know, retail therapy isn't always necessarily good in the long term. Not that I had anything to really retail therapy. I bought a really rare pair of Nike Supreme shoes because I found a really good deal on them, and I think they're going to be worth a lot of money in a few years. They're like from 2006. You can't find pairs of them on StockX anymore. And I found a pair online for like under $200. So I copped those, and I also got a jacket for the winter, like a really nicer one. It's not like a Montclair jacket or like a Donna Karan or anything like that. I wish it was. I don't got that money though. Yeah, I'm going back to rambling. I'm just gonna stop it now.